When I bought my home in a peaceful suburban neighborhood, I never expected my biggest problem would be a nosy, overbearing HOA Karen living next door. It all started when she decided her grandchildren needed a treehouse, and instead of building it in her own backyard, she built it right against my fence, and worse, the top deck peeked directly into my private backyard. I politely asked her to relocate, or at least modify it for privacy, but she claimed it was her property, her rules, and the HOA backed her because she was on the board. Things escalated quickly when her grandkids began shouting at my family every time we stepped outside, even throwing candy wrappers and toys over the fence like my yard was a trash bin. Frustrated, I planted tall bushes to block the view, but Karen trimmed them overnight, saying they were an eyesore that violated HOA landscaping rules. I knew I had to get creative. One weekend I adjusted my sprinkler system and made sure the sprinklers right under the treehouse turned on every hour, especially when her grandkids were up there. The kids got soaked every time they tried to play, and Karen stormed over yelling about property damage, but I smiled and reminded her that I was just watering my lawn like any good neighbor should. When she reported me to the HOA, they tried to fine me, but I brought photos and security cam footage showing the invasion of my privacy and the trash in my yard, and let's just say the board wasn't so supportive of her after that, especially once I mentioned speaking to a lawyer. Karen eventually had to take down the top deck of the treehouse and plant her own privacy shrubs on her side of the fence to keep the peace, and ever since then, the only thing flying over my fence has been the occasional autumn leaf queue. What would you do if your neighbor built a structure invading your privacy and refused to fix it?